Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Stock Company here. Welcome to today's live stream. Today is February the 5th, 2024, or 2025, rather. My bad. We're still trying to get used to 2025. Anyway, yes, today is February the 5th, 2025. All right, guys. So, yeah, today's video is titled Sped Dad the Hunt. So, the reason for Sped Dad the Hunt is because we've pretty much been kind of trying to hunt down a way to get a hold of him, basically. So what we mean by that is basically, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, so Sped Dad had at this point three different phones or three different methods to contact him. And unfortunately, what's been going on is the first method, the original method, he had a cell phone that he's had pretty much for the last, I would say, 15 years. That phone, he has lost that phone. I don't know how on earth he lost that phone. And from my understanding, it was, I want to say he had a Blackberry phone at one point that was his regular daily use phone. That somehow that phone had become, at this point, I guess when he met with the caretaker or moved in with the caretaker or this third wife, um, that third wife somehow had that phone traded in for an iPhone. She got him an expensive iPhone. And I don't know what exactly this transition included, but he basically started developing issues using phones. And I think the issue is that he never really was taught how to use an iPhone. He was basically an iPhone was basically thrown at him or forced upon him, and he never learned how to use it, so he's basically was stuck with it, which sucks because I feel like if he still had his old phone, maybe would have been a way to kind of fix everything. But he had his iPhone, he lost it. There's been different stories about how he's lost it. We've heard everything from him just putting it down somewhere, to somebody taking it, to him forgetting to charge it or losing the charger, to the most wild one, or the wild story was that some former minister of some Baptist church uh, broke in during the night, busted through his window, wearing like weird clown clothes, one color sock on one foot, color, a different color sock, different color sock or something the other, which was the story told by this third wife, that caretaker. So who knows the whole story exactly and what on earth that was even about. Um, but around this time, he was transferred to a thing that was called like a memory care division that was not even officially called memory care, even though it is. They don't want to call it that. They want to call it what do they call it? The evergreen. We got to give it a color. The evergreen division, right? Um, so unfortunately, he lost that phone. He lost that phone number too, which I don't know how on earth that even happens, but it was done. Um, so when he loses the phone, second thing that happens is I have two uncles, his two brothers. They go down there to Georgia to check up on him. And I'm probably going to I think I'm going to probably try to reach out to them within the next few days to figure out what's going on. But the story is they haven't went down there recently because everyone's been sick with the flu. It's been a flu season and flu's going on everywhere, man, which is not fun. But uh, they went down there at one point before in the past and they bought him a house phone. And with this house phone was okay. It wasn't not great, but you had to basically try to call him. And the only time you can get a hold of him was during the evening. And over time, it became tougher to get a hold of him. And apparently, what's been going on was that somebody had decided to take and remove that house phone, which I believe was landline. So the two stories I've heard from that was either somebody came in who was either from administration and they yanked or ripped the phone out of the wall, or they possibly had Sped Dad ripped the phone out of the wall. So that second phone is out of commission, that landline. And then the third phone was like a phone that he had maybe for a week, um, which was like a small, cheap mobile phone, which I understand that he lost as well. So basically, three different phones. He's lost everything. So now what I'm trying to figure out is what can be done to correct all of this. And I have two ideas. But well, the first thing was to try to call their the place where he stays at, and see if I could get a hold of him through that method. And unfortunately, here's basically what happened. I called him up, got into their main directory or main secretary, whoever. Told him, hey, my name is so and so. I need to talk to my dad. Gave my dad's name. Oh, I think he's in this division. I'm like, okay, what division is that? Oh, I'm gonna just transfer you over. All right, whatever. Okay. I get transferred over and I get this tribal person. And I'm not going to, I'm gonna just, I don't even feel like repeating the accent, but I'm gonna just say a tribal person, right? This tribal person is like, oh, I'm gonna see what he's doing, man, how he's doing. And I guess they walked into the room where he was at, and I'm gonna tell him to call you. I'm gonna tell him to call you. And he never called me. And I tried calling all three numbers. All three numbers were out of order, disconnected. And I got, pretty mad that this person would not pass the phone to my dad. And, maybe I should have tried calling again, but I don't know. Um, but the second idea I had in mind was to, if somehow my uncles go over there, I don't know if they'll ever consider getting him another phone. I don't know what's going on, why there's not even an option out there. And I don't know if maybe they're not even familiar with the option, or they don't want to do it, or they're not even interested in finding out about this option where it's called, where find my phone. There's an app on your iPhone that says find my phone, and it'll show you a GPS pretty much location of where your phone is. Um, nobody wants to do that. So that sucks. But I did talk to the caretaker, that's third wife, that her date. She wants for him to move in with her. She apparently has a friend who has agreed upon taking care of both of them, Sped Dad and third wife, if you want to call it that. Um, but my uncle, one of them has been sick with flu. The other one, who's the one I've been talking to, has been discussing pretty much that um, they are thinking about going over there again to check up on him, and they want to eliminate all expenses at this point, whatever that's supposed to mean. Whatever that includes, that's seems like it's going to be a weird thing, but I don't know what that is going to include. I'm going to try to call both of them, but I guess the second part of the hunt topic here is that I've been told by one of the uncles that Sped Dad was paying something like $9,000 to $12,000 in bills a month, which sounds insane. The third wife says, no, it's only $6,400 a month, which still sounds crazy. So I don't know what's actually going on at this point. So I'm told everyone's going to try to get it to have a meeting, or have a meeting. Someone's going to send out a letter to everybody. So I'm like, okay, this is starting to get strange, starting to get weird. And I'm really considering the part of him moving up somehow north, maybe here to North Carolina. I don't know what will happen because um, Nobody wants to have any communication. Communication on my dad's side of the family sucks. No matter what I try to do, no one's wanting to, be proactive. That's not even a thing. Everyone's like wants to be busy with something. And I'm thinking it's at the point where everyone's busy with their own life, and it's because of a weird social norm that's very prevalent on their side of the family. Um, People told me it's an American illness. I don't know if that's what the case is or not. Um, but I don't know why. I have this idea. Maybe it's a fantasy more than anything, or you know, a brainstorming of having him live in some sort of house, and we don't know if it's a house or if it's an apartment. Um, the problem is I can't really do anything because I don't really have the funds to bring this into reality. But I've had ideas. The problem is it's a decision. Do I want him up here or do I not want him up here? My uncle's basically throwing out the idea is you don't want to have to met him. He's going to be way too work. You're going to be in misery if you decide to involve yourself with them. And it's like it's like you have a dad, you don't have a dad, and depending on the popular opinion now is that basically you don't have a dad. Um, which that kind of sucks to think about. But the other idea that I've tried to also bring up into as a positive kind of outlook into this is that maybe if I have Sped Dad somehow over here, somehow I would be able to kind of look after him, and possibly there might be even a financial incentive of somehow making money, being a caregiver for him. Again, I don't know the details and if that's an actual thing that can happen or not. So that's something to look into. And it's tricky to think of exact. Um, so yeah, so next thing I did is I also reached out to Sped's sister, let her know that hey, we're having this issue with Sped Dad. He may get kicked out, he may not get kicked out, and she apparently appreciates me updating her, but she don't want to do things. She don't want to lift a finger and do anything to help. I tried asking her about the idea of what if in the future, we need to somehow help with finances. Are you in a position where you can help with finances? And I've thrown out ideas of like, what about 100 or 200 a month? No way, no way, no way. I'm like, well, what could you help? Nothing. All, and then she texts me all in capitalized letters and in caps, bold caps, nothing. Big exclamation mark. Okay, I'm like, all right, you don't want to send a penny. That sucks, but whatever. So she wants to live her life, and again, it's everyone wants to live their life thing. So it's come to my realization that if you want to do work, son, if you want something done, you got to do it yourself, and I can't do it myself. So who knows what's going to happen? Um, so I guess by the time my prediction is end of February, we're going to basically find an update. Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to start calling everybody. It's gonna be crazy. And the hunt's going to be, one, how do we get a hold of Sped Dad? And two, where is he going to live? He's got to hunt for a house, right? So, yeah, unfortunately, he has degraded or downgraded, depending on how you want to name it, to a point where he may get kicked out and living on the streets. Who knows? Or he may move in with somebody, or he may live somewhere that's like a broke down place. I don't know. But yeah, guys, if you want to hear more, make sure you subscribe to Thigh Company. Like this video, hit the bell icon so you get notifications for future videos, episodes, and all them goodies. And comment down below, what would you do in this situation? Do you have any thoughts of what could be done to help Sped Dad? Or maybe there's another story you want us to cover. Maybe another family story or something. But let us know, guys. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much for watching this live stream. And we'll see you all on the next episode. Peace out and take care.